Hello friends, we will be covering the following: photon, density, frequency, amplitude, photoelectric effect in lab, work function, Waltz and Leonard's diagram, their observation, stopping potential, threshold frequency. We have studied radiation and matter separately. Now, light has dual nature, that is, it has radiation and matter, both. Light hits at a point. Light make fringes, so it has both. Matter nature and radiation nature, so it has dual nature. Photons are bundle of wave packets. Like if you have all the particles inside and you make a bundle, so it becomes the photon. So photon is a bundle of wave packet. What are the main properties if we consider that light is a matter? Or what are the main properties of matter? The main properties of matter are that it has got mass, momentum. It hits in a straight line. Light does it all. The property of radiations are wavelength, frequency, wavefront. So light does these properties also. So light has both the properties of matter as well as radiation. So it has dual nature. Just to start with, we will be describing few words before we start. So photons. According to Planck's quantum theory of radiation, an electromagnetic wave travel in form of a discrete packets of energy called quanta. One quantum of light radiation is called a photon. Clarifying the term intensity and then frequency. Okay. Intensity of radiant energy is the power transferred per unit area, where the area is measured on the plane perpendicular to the direction propagation of energy. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of occurrence of a repeating event per unit of time. Frequency is defined as the number of oscillations of a wave per unit time being measured in hertz. Let me explain you with an example here. So let us clear the two terms intensity and frequency using an example. So here look at this case one. Okay, so it has got 100 watt. If I am saying 100 watt of green color light, okay, and the second I am saying 100 watt of yellow color light. So what happens in this? The intensity of 100. This is 100 watt is the intensity. So I'm saying intensity is same and frequency is different. Let me try again. We'll take another case. Say in this we have 40 watt and yellow color, and the second ray is of 100 watt and yellow color. So if we compare the two, we'll say the intensity being 40 watt and 100 watt are different, and the yellow color is the same, so frequency is same. So frequency will be referred to as a color and watt with the intensity. So we have previously learned A is the amplitude. Now explaining you this, A is the amplitude. The height of wave intensity is proportional to amplitude. We will conduct few experiments to prove that energy of a wave depends on its frequency, that is color, not on the amplitude. Not on this amplitude, it depends on the frequency. Okay. The main features of photon are: a photon travels with the speed of light. Its frequency does not change in different medium. Speed of photon changes in different medium. Its frequency does not change in different medium. Speed of photon in different medium changes. Rest mass of photon is 0. Energy of photon is E equals to hc by lambda. Momentum P is equal to h by lambda. From Einstein mass energy relationship, the equivalent mass of a photon is given by E equals to mc square. So m can be written as hc by c square here. The term photoelectric effect, the phenomena of emission of electron from a metal surface when electromagnetic radiation of sufficient high frequency are incident on it. So what is photoelectric effect? Photoelectric effect is the phenomena of emission of electrons when the electrons are going to be emitted out from a metal surface, when the electrons are going to come out. When electromagnetic radiations of sufficient frequency are incident on it. Whenever we are going to put or we are going to incident, we are going to throw on it some high frequency. What was the frequency? Variation of the color. Then the electrons are going to come out. So this is called photoelectric effect. We conduct an experiment in lab. Okay. In case 1, on a metal plate we drop 100 watt plus red frequency. In case 2, on the same plate we send light of 25 watt and blue color. Frequency we notice in case 2, light is able to eject more electrons. Though 25 watts it was. This is 100 watts. So it should, its amplitude is more, so it should actually take out more electrons. But whereas the energy to take out electrons is being dependent on the frequency. So frequency here is blue, so this is able to take out more electrons. So we learned energy of wave depends on its frequency. Energy depends on its frequency, not on the amplitude. Electrons revolve around a nucleus and maintain a circle. Electrons, they revolve around the nucleus and they maintain a circle. So we can say K Q1 Q2 by R is equal to the centripetal force mv square by R. So we do work and electrons emit out. We call this work function. So whenever we are doing some work and the electrons are coming out, that is called the work function. So if work function energy is given to a metal, one electron will be emitted, one or in other terms. Okay. Minimum work required to take out one electron from surface is known as work function. So we are learning the term work function. The minimum work that we are going to do to take out one electron is called as work function. So work function is the amount of work required on electron of a metal so that it is emitted out of the surface. How do we emit, how can we take out the electrons? There are basically 3 methods of emission. One is thermal. That is, we give it some heat energy. Second is we put that object into a field. So field emission. And we will be studying mostly the photo emission, that is by the light. So emission by help of photo, that is light. So we have defined photoelectric effect term. But in other words, it is a phenomena by which when light of suitable frequency shines on a metal surface, then electron gets energy more than its work function and this electron emits out. This phenomena is known as photoelectric effect. This table here shows you, this table depicts various material and its work function, or we can say work function of some photosensitive metals. Here we can see cesium 2.14 has the minimum work function and platinum has the maximum work function of 5.65. These are few notes that if you want you can note down. 1 eV equals to 1.602 into 10 to the power 19 joules. Each photon has energy E equals to hv. Energy momentum is equal to mv square. Momentum of photon is equal to P is equal to hv by c. Every photon has got a frequency and momentum. Intensity of light depends on number of photons emitted per unit area. All these photons have same frequency and wavelength. Each photon has got same energy. Photon velocity is equal to light. Photons are electrically neutral, not affected by electric or magnetic field. In photon electron interaction, no electrons, momentum and energy are conserved. Number of photons have no conservation rule. This diagram shows the experimental arrangement to study photoelectric effect by Leonard and R.A. Millikan. A quartz tube which includes a photosensitive plate 1. This is plate 1, which is a photosensitive plate, and another metal plate at plate 2. A quartz window, this is the quartz window from which the light is going to travel. A quartz window that allows the ultraviolet light to fall on the plate. So this is the light that is falling on the plate. Electrons are emitted out. These are the electrons from plate 1 and they are emitted out and collected at plate 2. The two electrodes are connected to a high tension battery. Okay. The two electrons are connected to the electrodes. The two ends are connected to a high tension battery. When radiation of suitable frequency fall on plate, electrons are emitted which are collected on plate 2. This current is called photoelectric current. This movement of electron is called photoelectric current because they are coming out from this plate. As explained in the previous slide, the electrons are emitted from plate 1 and gets collected at plate 2, which for now is positive due to battery connection. The loop is complete and current flows. What is the value of the current that is going to flow? I is equal to NEAVD. This is the value of current that flows. Now we change the intensity of light. The intensity of light that we are giving is say 40, 60, 100. More photo current is formed and it gets saturated again. So there is a point where it keeps on getting saturated. We are going to show you that in a graph. So let me explain the previous point again in the graph form. When we give say I1 40. Okay. So if we are giving the intensity I1 40. We are changing the intensity of the light and we are giving 40. So this is the graph that is formed. The current increases initially, the current increases, becomes saturated after some time. As we change the intensity again, the photo current, we have changed it to say 60. So the photo current is more. It is more and the previous intensity but gets saturated again as shown in this graph. Saturate means it becomes parallel like this in graph form. Okay. Similarly, more intensity like I300, it increases initially, but then it gets saturated again. Now, in case 2, we change the battery plates. The plate 2, which was positive, which plate? This plate was positive. So now we have changed it and this plate was attracting all the electrons were running towards it. Now we have changed this plate and made it negative. So as the result, the electron that were coming originally from plate 1 and 2 will stop now. Because this is also negative and the electrons are also negative. So it has to stop. The value of retarding potential at which the photoelectric current becomes 0 is called cutoff or stopping potential for the given frequency. So this will be the stopping potential where all the electrons at this potential, what we are giving by the battery, now this potential, with this potential, all the electrons that were traveling by here, see all the electrons that were traveling, now because of this negative plate, they have to stop. So once they stop, that potential is called stopping potential. In case 3, effect of frequency. Now what we are doing, we are effect of frequency of incident radiation. Earlier we have studied when we are increasing the intensity. Here we are changing the frequency. Effect of frequency of incident radiation on stopping potential. That is, instead of changing the voltage, in case we change only the color, that is frequency, the result is greater. The frequency. Greater is the kinetic energy of photoelectrons. Greater is the retarding potential required to stop such electrons completely. So threshold frequency. What is threshold frequency? The minimum value of frequency of incident radiation below which the photoelectric emission stops altogether is called threshold frequency. So let's look here. See, we have changed the they change the frequency. So here they will be all the same in this part, and the stopping potential is varying. For this frequency, the stopping potential will vary. Some will get stopped here, some frequency will get stopped here, and some frequency will get stopped here. The minimum value of frequency of incident radiation below which the photoelectric emission stops altogether. So this is called threshold. So some is going to stop here, some are going to stop on this voltage, and some are going to stop on this voltage. The minimum value is called the threshold frequency. So again, in graph, this V1 is the threshold frequency. V3 will be the maximum kinetic energy. Greater retarding potential will be required to stop such an electron completely. So I hope these terminologies are clear to you, the threshold and work function. Okay, I hope these are clear to you and the session was helpful to you. Thank you.